What's up, guys, and welcome to another video. The servers in the US are still down as of right now, but I wanted to go over the official Mage patch notes with you, okay? This is the changes that we're going to be seeing in 5.3, and it actually is looking pretty good for us. Just some small quality of life changes, but let's take a look at them, okay? So first off, Arcane Brilliance had its mana cost reduced to 1%. Not a huge deal there, but it's nice for if you're Arcane and you're buffing. You know, that can come in handy if somebody dies and you need to rebuff them. It's not a huge deal, but it is nice, especially if you're playing Arcane. Arcane Explosion now deals 40% more damage. This is a big one, guys. This is going to be really nice for every single spec because Arcane Explosion is used pretty much if there's 5 or more targets, you're using Arcane Explosion, you're spamming it, and it already deals a lot of damage. Now it's going to deal more. And that's going to be really nice for some AoE burst situations, things like Horadon for the ads, things like Tortos for the bats, you know, things like Lei Shen for the ads. There's just a lot of places where this is going to really make us shine a little bit more, so I'm very excited about this change. Blizzard now deals 40% more damage. I don't care. I still don't foresee that being anywhere near the damage of Arcane Explosion plus dots. And your Mage Bomb, I just don't see channeling that's going to be worth anything. Dalaran Brilliance has had its cost reduced again, same thing. Flame Strike now deals 100% more initial damage. Periodic damage remains unchanged. What does this mean for us? This is huge. This is, again, a nice initial burst damage. This is some more burst AoE damage that Blizzard is giving us. Periodic remains unchanged, but that initial damage that you get is now doubled, which is really, really nice. They actually made our mirror images. Mirror images creates copies that no longer cast Firebolt, but the Frostbolts do 10% more damage. What does this mean? They gave mirror images a 10% damage boost, so it's actually a cooldown now. It still probably is very, very minor and won't show. You won't really notice a huge difference on this. You know, your DPS might go up 1k, 2k max with this. It's not going to be a big deal. They changed icons there. Again, quality of life. Talents, guys. This is big. Okay, so Flame Glow. This is for PvP, pretty much. That's what that changes for. Now absorbs damage from each attack made against the mage equal to 15% of their spell power, down from 20. Again, that's PvP. Incanter's Ward now allows the mage to gain up to 15% increased spell damage, down from 30, but the effect lasts. So again, this is to control the PvP burst that you were seeing from Frost Mages and Fire Mages in PvP. This is to help control that a little bit. Again, for mages in raids, not going to be a huge deal here. Not going to be a huge deal. There wasn't really a whole lot of times where, you know, especially if you're fire, not using evocation or invocation is valid. It's just, I don't know, in my opinion, it's a lot nicer to have that safe damage than it is to have to rely on other damage to come in before you can put damage out. See what I'm saying? And lastly, Living Bombs. This is huge, guys. This is absolutely huge. If you remember, when they buffed our bombs, they literally destroyed Living Bomb. Okay, they made Living Bomb in patch 5.2. They made Living Bomb irrelevant. You do not take Living Bomb. There is no circumstance where you take Living Bomb. I don't care who you are. There's not. It's just dumb. You don't do it. They fixed it. Living Bomb is going to come back. Okay, it's going to come back exactly the way it was. So how is it coming back? The periodic damage has been increased by 121%. Its explosion damage, however, has been reduced by 78%. So what you were seeing was a lot of guys would, in Glyph of Inferno, blast and explode their Living Bomb and do all this crazy burst. Again, a little bit for PvP, but this will have implications in PvE as well. But now scales with additional periodic ticks added by haste. This is going to make haste like that. As if there was a debate between its crit and then haste and then mastery, or is it crit, mastery, then haste? This ends that debate. Especially for fights with like Horadon, especially Council, anything where you're going to have these guys together for a period of time, because it now hits all nearby targets when it explodes, which is huge, guys. Like, it's just going to be really, really big to have this explosion hit everybody instead of just 3 targets, because it wasn't equal to what Nether Tempest was. So you're going to see Living Bomb make a comeback, okay? It's going to be how Blizzard designed it initially. So if there's moments where you want to do huge AoE burst, you can go with Frost Bomb, okay? You can still do that. If you want huge single target or huge cleave, it's still going to be Nether Tempest, right? But if you have fights where there's multiple ads, like Majera, Horadon, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of some others. I haven't seen them all on Heroic yet, But if you've seen this kind of stuff, guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is really going to make a difference, okay? This is going to help us have a little bit more of an option besides it's always Nether Tempest and there's no other option, and GG. Tortos again would be a good one to see this. Put a living bomb on the bats and just watch it explode. You know what I mean? I mean, it's going to be really that good. I really think this is a great change that Blizzard made. It makes us actually have another choice in dots besides, okay, this is pretty much the talents we're going with. The only thing we need to worry about is this talent versus this talent, and neither of them are really that trivial. This makes it a little bit more fun to play with. You're going to see mages having a lot more fun with haste breakpoints with their in-between fights and reforging in between fights, at least to maximize damage on a per fight basis. You may see a little bit of that now, but I think this is going to really help mages in general. And these are the changes that we have for 5.3, guys. So I hope you guys like them, and let me know what you think of them. Let me know if you've seen any really cool tips or tricks from any of this stuff, or if there's anything that I missed.